This morning we're taking a look at a 2000 model F-350 crew cab flatbed. It's a Lariat 4-wheel drive with a 7.3 power stroke in it. Local company Atlas Equipment traded it in. They do conveyor systems, metal fabrication. So they have to have the truck. The truck was serviced regularly. We actually have all the records here. They only took it to a couple other places when they were traveling for service work. This truck stayed mainly in the Union City area, taking care of the Goodyear tire plant down there when it was running and going. So we're just gonna walk around and take a look at a couple of things. Of course, it is a 2000 model, so there is some wear and tear on it. I don't want to pick it apart, but I do want to have any surprises if you ever come up and take a look at it either. So starting off at the front, of course, it's got a custom bumper, as you can see, with the hitch built into it. There's just your normal paint flaking off on the front of it here. It does have the tow hooks on the front, all the way around there. No major damage, just normal wear and tear on it. Nothing too major off of it. Headlights are in good shape. No too bad discoloration. A little bit of fade on this one. The turn signal, as you can see, is moved over just a little bit, and the light is loose, but it's still sitting in there, but the light is loose on it. Hood, a few little hard to see there, but a few little light dents on it. A little crease right up here in the front. Of course, they did do a lot of welding, so there is some splatter on the windshield from where they welded before. Not on the truck, but on their job site. So, of course, you got running boards. This is the only tire that's in, I say, poor condition, just because it's chopped on the inside there. Good tread on the rest of it, but just chopped on the inside. Normal little scuffs, scratches on the doors, nothing major. A little bit more splatter on both the side windows, as you can see here too. So if you've ever been around a welder, you know what I'm talking about as far as the metal splatter. Door panel, actually in pretty good shape for 2000 miles. Got a little bit of discoloration going on the armrest, but the wood grain is actually not broke, which normally it's broken on those. We did replace the and it's noticeable, but it's, you know, needed to be done. We did replace both of the front seats on the leather portion of it. Of course, it's not been warm enough for it to actually, you know, stretch and cure. These aren't covers. These are actual replacements. And the pads were replaced too. So that way, I mean, you've got basically brand new seats on both sides up in the front. Dash, normal, little fading, nothing major. Owner's manual still in there. These always break for the ashtrays. Of course, the ashtray still works. It just doesn't have the fancy cover that goes over it. And surprisingly, the cup holders are still intact. Normally those are broke out of it. Rear seats, because this was, like I said, this is a Lariat truck, so it actually has buckets in the front, buckets in the back. It was the LE series that they made for a while. It does have, you know, it does have wear on the seats on the back. But definitely there's no holes, just discolorations on it. The carpet is actually in really good shape. There's a few light stains on it, as you can see there, but I mean, it's not burnt, it's not raveling up or anything like that. The headliner is dirty. It does have, it's not grease, it's just quite a bit of black dust that's up there on the headliner, which is very, very, almost impossible to clean, to be honest with you. And then the door panel here in the back is missing the reflector. Firestone HT tires here in the back, definitely well over 50% tread, really close to probably about 80% tread on especially that inner one there. A little corrosion on the outer wheels, which are alloys. Bed, normal bed that's been used. There's nothing really else to say about it, except for it's got your hooks still in place. Of course, they had some customized probably for their welders and the generators and everything that they had mounted on there. So come around the rear, it does have the tow package with it. And all the lights seem to be, all the lights seem to be on the bed. So this would be probably the second worst tire that I've seen on the truck. Still actually got pretty good tread. Does have a little bit of chop here on the inside of it. The inner tires, I'm lot better condition, but it actually drives out smooth. Like I said, once you get past 35, 45 miles an hour, it shifts out, gets that little bit of wobble out of the front tire. It's pretty good. Some surface rust, of course, underneath the bed. The truck primarily has been here in Western Kentucky its whole life, but they did do some traveling the first, I think they said 10 years the truck was in service. It did do some traveling, but it stayed in Union City pretty much after that. Front tire, good tire, just like the back right hand side. All four wheels have got some corrosion on them, just normal. It says passenger or the driver's side here in the back, door panel, and then of course delamination on the glass here, which is another very common issue that the Fords had. When you get into the threshold here, got some paint missing on it. Door panel's got a little bit of fading on the top side of it, but and then the steering wheel's got some fading on it also. We'll fire it up. Like I said, it's a 7.3. Of course, it's not like the new ones. They don't just fire right up. It takes it a few strokes here for it to get going. Turn off the fans. It does have an aftermarket radio in it. Quest trailer brake also. Like I said, the carpet, it's got some stains, but it really is in good shape. It's not broke down too bad. It's 255,550 on the miles, and it's ready to fire up here. Like I said, we'll give a few strokes. There's no indicator lights on the truck right now. And we haven't had any on since we traded for it the other day. It does, I mean, it does. It's a really sound, it seems to be a very sound truck. Of course, it hasn't been through our service department, but it seems to be a very sound truck. It seems to drive out really good. Took it out the other day. Like I said, you got a little bit of walk in it when you first get started on that passenger side because of the tire. But you hit 55 and on up, and it just scoots down the road. I was very surprised by how smooth it does actually drive out. So if you got any questions, I actually got a video I'll link up here where I took it out on the road so you can see kind of how it's got a little bit of a bounce, but it really smooths out pretty good. So I'll link that up so you guys can see it too. Thank you.